Again, they were in London for Raw this March 31st. They announced the number on the show, I think 16,566. If they were full last Friday, that means there's 33,000 tickets in 2 nights in the same city. And the arena shot before they even played any music, before anybody even came out. They're panning this giant packed arena, and the fans are going, "Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks." Before anything's even happened. And then they play Cena music, and then John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. And he comes to the ring, and they bring the music down, and the crowd makes various chants and noises. And he raises the microphone like he's about to talk, and Cody's music plays. And now we start this process all over again. They're singing his song, and the whoa! And he's hugging fans and kissing babies on the way down the aisle. He's dressed in Al Capone's Halloween suit. I don't, and the music comes down, so the whole arena sings the final verse a cappella. Oh, a cappella. You didn't know I could sing a cappella, did you? And then they sing.
Period. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, come on now. You're just jealous. And then they sing Cody Rhodes, and more sweeping crane shots of the packed arena. We're 10 minutes into this fucking program. People have walked to the ring to be sung to. But then finally, Cody started, and his whole thing was, how you going to make fun of me? How you going to, blister me here with, are you my lisp? And the fans chanted Stardust. And the neck tattoo, and the fans chanted Cody Rhodes. Are you going to say I got booed in a company that I created? And they kind of glossed over that. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. And Cody demands to know why. Tell the people why. Why?
Let me jump in here before you review the rest of it. What did you think of this? That this is kind of the tact they've taken. This is the road they've gone down. The idea that Cody got his ass kicked by Cena, who turned on him, betrayed him, and beat him up, choked him out in front of The Rock. And they've done these promos these last few weeks, and now it's, tell them why they deserve to, I don't know. I don't know if that's the best.
I'm more mad that he parked on my grass and dug a hole in my yard than what he said to my neighbors.
What?
I agree. There's a bigger offense here.
Cody should be more mad at whoever told him to wear that suit.
Well, that's another thing entirely.
Between the buttons that were Rolling Stones, what the hell was that?
But that's the thing is he kicked him in the balls and he humiliated him, but then they still had 2 months, and they can't beat each other up every week, and they're excellent promos. Both of them can talk their ass off, but I get what you're saying is that it's, and plus they have to just stand there and look at the other guy that, they're kind of mad at or whatever, have the issue with for a while, that they're sung to for so long. It does take some of the urgency away from these exchanges.
I want Cody to be mad that someone kicked his ass. I want Cody to be mad that his hero, in his own words, that his friend turned on him. Not, you have to tell the people what this is about. That's where, give me a fucking break. Just be human. That's why Cena, it was the ultimate heel promo because he told the truth throughout this whole thing. And Cody stood there and heard it. The other problem is, I'll let you go back to this in a second. You just need someone in between them. The fact that Cena keeps getting right in Cody's face, right in his face.
And that's another thing, even when there's an announcer that's allegedly conducting the interview and it gets interrupted and there's a back and forth, just visually and subliminally, there's somebody there that's still in control. They can't just begin fighting, but they've been conditioned that there's nobody there and they can just begin fighting. And then it's a letdown when they don't just begin fighting. But Cena goes back because he said, he cuts the promo. I'm not going to cook you. I'm going to bury you. I don't bury talent. I am talent. I bury mediocrity. And he answered all his critics. And said the only reason because basically I've been too good. It's not that I've buried anybody else or kept anybody else down. Cody's a manipulator, was riding my coattails. And I made this company so great that the WWE can hand the reins to my chauffeur, because Cody used to drive him around. You stole all my secrets to be undeniable, but you're underwhelming. You're too perfect, polished, rehearsed. You got a catchy tune that tricked these people into loving mediocrity. But you're a generic mix of every star you've ever loved, all in a big confused blob.
Man,
And I mean,
he nailed it. Honestly,
yeah.
I mean, again, Cody's the babyface, but he said everything that's kind of true about Cody here.
Well, and that's the thing. And I was waiting, and he's not quite done. And then I was waiting to see what Cody was going to say and how he was going to say it. But Cena basically ate his lunch there, and we can't do it word for word. It took a while, but I'm the last real champion, and I'm taking that belt home for good and exposing you as an errand boy that got lucky. There's your why, pal. And then Cody, I mean, it was pretty fucking close because he fired back up and he started eating fucking Cena's lunch. And maybe I was chosen, but they chose me. Who chose you? The one guy in an office that's not here anymore and we don't talk about him? And if anybody's a company creation, it's you, not me. You've got more dick in your promo than you do in your jorts. It sounded stern, but I'm not sure if you break it down exactly what it
what does
fucking
it mean?
meant. I don't know. But he said you created a lot of disgusted fans, disenfranchised fans that made it easy for me to leave and create something. And finally, he said, between you and me, between the two of us in the ring, which one sold out to The Rock? And that got a big pop. And then you sold out.
And that's the first mention of The Rock since the Royal Rumble in terms of these two guys doing stuff.
And that was the only one that they made also. The announcers will drop it in every now and then, but they won't. I think they're placating Mr. Johnson, first name Rock, with him being mentioned, but this is being personal between these guys because that's what they need for this match. But Cody told him, you're still my hero, but you're also a piece of shit. And the fans chanted, piece of shit, piece of shit. And then Cena fired back up at Cody and said, no matter what kind of garbage they gave me, I made it great. Me, that's why you had to leave, because I make empires for billionaires and all you've ever done is steal money from their kids. And that got the ooh. Because even if the normal audience for the WWE television tapings in this country, in Butte, Montana, probably doesn't ooh at any AEW references because it's a wider, more casual audience. But with the people in London, they knew what the fuck was happening there. And they got it. And then Cody also said, wait a minute, before you go, they've never chanted at me, you can't wrestle. And that's what gets Cena mad. And he turns around to have the face off, and then he's going to turn back. But then he swings, but Cody ducks it. Hits him with a crossroads. One crossroads, Cena's laid out, unconscious, dead, potentially with no pulse. And Cody stood over him and picked up the belt and walked out. And it was 20 minutes long. The content was great. That would have taken maybe about 7 or 8. But now they got another heat angle coming up before Mania. They have to. Because this isn't the way you'd go in. So remember you asked me last week, what do you think they'll do? I didn't think they needed more than one physical angle between now and then, or maybe a physical angle and a freshen up. But since this was a physical angle light, one move, but the babyface came out ahead, I have a feeling Cena's going to do something to beat the fuck out of Cody coming up here before too long.
I mean, again, they got a few more weeks. They have to do something else physical, and it can't be Cody gets the only physical thing until Mania, unless that's the justification for Cena walking out with the belt. You know, I really enjoy the Cena stuff, I do have a problem with him getting right in Cody's face over and over again, but
Yeah.
if you watch him while he's doing it, the intensity, it's incredible. And the smile. There's a few points where Cody thought he had him, and then Cena
Yeah.
just shifted to a smile. It was perfect. We've never seen this kind of intense heel promo from him on a big stage. I've liked it. A lot of fans haven't. I've been surprised in this WrestleMania season the amount of people we've heard from who think we're being too kind to the John Cena promos. And what do you think? I mean, is it blur? Is it talking too inside? Is he making, for a John Cena heel run, is he doing enough? Is it enough? Is the direction of this and the reasoning for the feud with Cody enough? What are your thoughts on the people who don't think this is really a great build?
It's probably because they don't like Cena. I mean, it's a generational showdown between the previous era and the current era. I know obviously why they would want to have it, but at the same time, they needed a heel babyface dynamic of some kind for WrestleMania. And so we were surprised that, they would switch Cena during his retirement year, but now they've done it. I don't think he needs to come out and talk to people and be a heel as he's being with a goddamn finally. I don't need you people anymore. Now I'm Fred. Now I'm telling you what I really thought of you all this time because fuck you and here's why and all the things he said you took and he's crying, he's whining. I'm liking the promos. They don't need to cut each other's heads off with swords. And I mean, what other match right now would you want Cody to have against any heel? They're not going to put Cody at WrestleMania against another big baby face. They're not going to do that, I don't think, without a heavy personal issue. So who would it be if not Cody and Cena?
Well, that's the question. Do you think they've made the issue big enough? Have they made it make sense enough? I mean, Cody came out here this week and said, tell them what this is really all about, which is, over a month after everything originally happened.
Yeah, but I think it was going to draw anyway because it's fucking Cody and Cena. And I think now they're just letting them cut the promos. It's not the hottest angle in the history of wrestling, but having said that, they maybe the guys just want to come home. They've been in overseas selling out arenas everywhere, grossing millions of dollars. Now they're going to come back and have 2 nights in a fucking stadium. I don't know that they need to do the DiBiase and Murdoch angle on Mid-South Wrestling to draw. I think that's honestly, I think that's what they're doing now is they're sitting back and like I said earlier, they're doing enough in front of this crowd or they're doing enough in front of the fans to get them interested without anybody getting hurt and anybody going crazy.
Have they successfully made this make sense? If you're a wrestling fan and you have a friend who's a wrestling fan and they say, hey, I've missed all the Cena Cody stuff, explain to me what their problem is. Would you understand it?
Now, possibly. Beforehand, it was just that, Cena sold out to The Rock and kicked Cody in the balls, but we don't really know why because what Rock offered Cody when he turned him down, Cena already has. He's a movie star and a millionaire and all that stuff. But once we got past that and The Rock quit showing up, every once in a while they mention him, but it doesn't really get in the way. Now,
well, there's the problem.
I don't mind it too bad.
There's the problem. If the whole thing is built around the idea, and this is what it should have been built around probably from the beginning, that Cena resents Cody for all the reasons he laid out here. But I don't know about long-term how much damage it'll do when you say a lot of real shit about your top babyface. I don't know, but there's at least something there. If between now and WrestleMania, The Rock and Travis Scott show up again on TV and do something, does it ruin all the progress of this?
Yeah,
or
probably.
It
Depends on what it takes away from it one way or another, whether it helps or hurts, it takes away in terms of attention being taken away from it. I don't want to see Rock and or especially Travis Scott show up anymore because he gets in the fucking way when everything makes sense that they're going to a direction that everybody seems happy with. I'm talking about the fans with and then He shows up, and then there's fucking controversy. And things start getting put together in different order and fashion.
Well, we shall see what happens. Again, we still have a few more weeks. You know, WrestleMania would kind of be right around now. It would either be this past weekend or this weekend coming up traditionally. And here we are. We have weeks to go. And yeah, I really hope they get back to the normal schedule. I think the gap between the Rumble, then the Elimination Chamber, and WrestleMania was way too long. We are living it. It is way too long as we are living it right now.
Yeah, well, actually, now I haven't missed having to watch another 4 hours of fucking wrestling to talk about it. It's been refreshing, but it is for their purposes a little long in between. That's why they're kind of repeating and they're stretching. Phil.